whatever. Boy, please, whatever. Boy, please, whatever. Boy, please, whatever.
Hello, everyone. And again, welcome to the Boy Please Whatever podcast, your favorite podcast, the only podcast that matters. Make sure you're following on YouTube and Facebook Live every Monday night at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. I'm also streaming on iHeartRadio, Amazon Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, and one more I keep forgetting about all the fucking time. But everywhere you can find a podcast, I'm on there. So make sure you like, share, subscribe, and comment. Tonight I have a very, 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 very special guest. It is currently 1 a.m. in the morning, and I have
1 a.m.
I have my favorite cousin in the entire world here from out of town, and he has come just for me. No, just kidding. We had a family gatherings all weekend. We're still partying. So I just decided, hey, nigga, come over, and we're going to do it. So this is my cousin, Keith.
Right.
As he likes me to call him. His name is Keith, so give it up for him. Where's the clapping? I think this is the clapping. Yeah. A little long there. But yeah, so I have my cousin here. So he is my very, very first guest. So once you hear this show, I don't know when you will hear it because I will still be going live on Monday, but I got him here. So when you hear this, know you're the first one to know.
Let me just say, it's probably a struggle with him calling me Keith. I would prefer to be called Keith. Okay.
What I call you? I didn't call you Keith again?
You did call me Keith.
Okay.
You did call me Keith, but tell the people.
Okay. This is my cousin, and my family, we got nicknames. His name, I call him Quick.
First of all, everybody in our family has a nickname.
Right.
Every single person in our family has a nickname. But don't nobody like to be called their nickname outside of the family. And he likes to call me my nickname in front of company.
I'm sorry.
And now all of his friends are calling me by my nickname, and it's a family name, and you know.
So basically, he wanted to argue about it tonight because I just said his name is Keith. And but yeah, this is my cousin, Quick. So yeah, we're going to get started. Thank y'all for tuning in. Again, I don't know when this will air, but when it does, you're welcome.
Here we are.
Here the fuck we are. We had
I'm
a family.
excited to be here though.
Oh yeah, and I appreciate your cousin. So we had a family gathering this weekend. So we had a couple of family gatherings. This is our second. We got another one tomorrow. We have an elegance extravaganza all weekend long. So yeah, we are here in the wee hours of the morning yet drinking. So the drink for the night, I have what was it, a daiquiri?
No,
I think it was a daiquiri. The On the Rocks daiquiri.
A daiquiri.
Daiquiri. So what the fuck is a daiquiri? Spell it.
It's a lemon daiquiri.
What Monique say? What the fuck is a daiquiri? Point to it.
Said point to it. That's funny.
So yeah, again, I got my fave cousin here, so we're just gonna vibe and talk. Of course, this is a little impromptu because we was just like, nigga, come to the crib.
Might as well.
And we're gonna fucking record. So yeah, thank y'all for being up. Anyway, as we were talking on the way here, I don't know if you guys saw it. I'm gonna put the link. Don't quote me, but I plan to put the link up for you guys to see. But again, like last week, I was saying, fuck Valentine's Day. I hate Valentine's Day. And look what happened. This girl got on there, and she popped up to meet her boyfriend, and he was fucking married. She drove 2 hours. Was it to Charlotte?
To Charlotte.
To Charlotte.
Where was she from, though?
2 hours away from Charlotte.
Okay.
We're going to guess. Well, Atlanta's 4 hours, so I don't know. She's probably from some hick town in North Carolina, but she decided to pop up on her boyfriend of 5 months. He had an investment property in Charlotte, and she had a cousin that lives there too, so she decided to go ahead and just like see her cousin and kill two birds with one stone. But I feel like she was just using her cousin to see her nigga. But, you know, what the fuck do I know? So she saw her cousin and got to the guy's house, and to her surprise, the missus was there with a pistol. So she had a gun. There's a if you go to the post, like if you swipe to the far right, well, to the left, the last clip I saw, it was a text message, and he was like, "Come back, I miss you, I want to be with you," and she was like, "Your wife pulled a gun on me." So, like I see it right there. It's that one there. Oh shit! But yeah, she pulled a gun on old girl, and yeah.
See, my whole thing is, you don't pop up on nobody though. Yeah, he was a piece of shit. Yeah, he lied. He was lying, but I just feel like popping up on somebody is just a recipe for disaster.
Yeah.
No matter what way you look at it.
I agree. I feel like you deserved it because, first of all, I'm thinking you're going to be like, this my guy for 3 years, and I'm popping up to surprise him. Bitch, you got on there and wept. It was like, I've been on him for 5 months. Bitch, you
5 months. You know, if you've been dating somebody for 5 months, and you do not, you absolutely do not pop up. I don't care if you've been married for 5 years.
I'm scared to pop up on anybody. Like, you just
because your feelings gonna get hurt.
Yeah, you never know what the fuck
he could have been having an orgy up in that thing.
Yeah, like
you don't know what's going on.
My thing was, I want to know though, how did she know where he was? Like, did he give her the address to the investment property, which was really his house, or like, how did she know where to come to? Because me, if I'm married and I'm fucking off,
I'm not gonna give.
I'm not giving you.
I'm not giving you the correct place that I'm staying at to where you can come to the actual door, unless it's like one of those things where like they might he might have like they might have him like an apartment out there or something like that, and maybe she's been there before, invited there. Now, invited is a whole different thing. That's the only thing I can see why she knew exactly where he was or exactly what door or apartment or hotel to go to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I was like, bitch, unless what's those little Apple devices everybody got now?
The AirTags.
Unless they be to put an AirTag in his pocket or something. Like, I don't know.
then you deserve to get your goddamn feelings hurt.
I was just like, bitch. I'm like, when I saw the caption, of course, it was like intriguing, so I wanted to know more. But I was just like, man, I just think it had to have been fake.
Well, I mean, she did try to shed a tear, but she's a terrible actress.
It's like, I was still waiting on it to drop. And I know you've been following my story, bitch. You had no. I'm sorry. Just the 2-hour drive, 5 months of knowing somebody is just not that serious to me. Like, I feel like she was gonna end up going crazy anyway. Like, he probably would have dumped you anyway. And she was like, I'm done with him. And girl, you still texting him. He was like, come back. I love you. Come back. And she was like, your wife put a gun. Like, if you were done, like, you would be done. Like, it wouldn't be nothing that man could have said to me. Like, not a fucking word. But,
right.
You know.
So what would you do if somebody popped up on you like that?
Pretend I don't know them. Oh, when I say I'm going to act stupid, like, pop up on me, you're going to have to, like, tell somebody what my birthmarks are before me to be like, bitch, I don't know this.
I don't know this man.
Call the cops. Like,
so you gonna go through the whole thing. You gonna deny the whole thing. She gonna be like,
I don't know you.
Did you confess Smith?
Girl, that's public information. My name, bitch. You gotta come better than that. My name. You have to be a fucking idiot to date someone for 5 months. If they're not readily available to talk to you all the time, you had to have known he had a wife and I'm assuming a family, but you had to have known that he shared a house with someone. Like, if I'm getting to know you and I'm calling you, or you're trying to get to know me and I'm hiding something, there are certain times I can't talk to you. Mm-hmm. There are certain times I'm not available. And he's telling you, okay, I have to work on an investment property on Valentine's Day. I'm assuming it came out Valentine's weekend, so I'm assuming it's Valentine's Day. So we're going to say it's Valentine's Day. You had to have known something was up. Like, I just don't think that anyone in their right mind is going to pop up on a person and just to like you said, it's a recipe for disaster, and just to be surprised and just be like, okay, hey, I'm here, babe. Like, what the fuck you think is finna happen? And like, you can't just possibly believe that there has to have been some signs of this man not being available
Right.
over these 5 months. Like, had to have been, and then for you to pop up, I feel like you deserved it.
See, but here's also the thing though.
And who
She-
blogs that?
Who what?
Why are you blogging it the entire time? Like, I'm here to make
Exactly.
Like, bitch, what?
Why are you blogging this whole thing? And then but at the same time, it's just like, what married man is about to have? Because she was saying that she had been vlogging their relationship and like vlogging them. What married man is about to let your ass
record them
and put them on any platform?
Yeah.
When you know damn well you got a whole ass wife that you about to spend Valentine's Day with.
You're a fraud, man. You gotta be a fraud. It has to be fake.
I don't know.
It gotta be
I don't
fake.
know. And then the non-tears.
Yeah. Then because you're a fraud. You're a fraud. Yeah, because first of all, bitch, I would have acted a fool because somebody finna give me some on the gas because I done drove to. I was like, I think I need some on the gas because, bitch, what you mean?
What you mean you married?
You married. Then your wife got a gun.
So, bitch, I done risked my life.
And you text me, come back.
Valentine's Day. I done came with balloons and chocolates and
a dog.
Panty
They be taking her dog in the
edible
passenger
panties
seat.
from Spencer. And then she done came with sweet top panties from Spencer.
Mm-hmm. She took them stick ass drawers back out. Back out.
Said bag was full of ants.
I hope that's fake, man. I'm gonna call it. You're a fraud. I hadn't been to the comments to see.
I'm gonna have to give you the.
But you are a fucking fraud.
You're a liar.
You're a liar. You're a liar.
Nah, we just called this lady a liar.
She has to be a liar.
I mean, it's not. It's
I want
not
you.
adding up.
I want her to be a liar. You got to be a liar because I mean, I just as a fully functioning adult, what in your right mind? Like, you just never know. Popping up on somebody, like, is this your first relationship? Like, popping up on somebody, right? What is your
situationship? You know, those are different. Those are
like. What did your mama teach you? Like, what did anybody teach you?
Anybody? What Phaedra Park say? Everybody knows. You don't pop up on no damn body, regardless. You don't pop up to my house. Don't pop up to my job.
First of all, it's rude.
Very rude. Because what if I'm not at work?
That's rude. And then,
Have you ever lied to somebody and said that you was at work and you was not at work?
What you trying to think?
Like, have you ever lied? That just reminded me. So I had this girl that worked with me, right? It was a young girl, and she said that, and I guess she told her mama that she was at work, and her mama came up to the job questioning everybody, wondering if she was at work or not, or if she was supposed to work because she couldn't find her.
That happened to a woman here in Memphis. She disappeared Valentine's Day weekend. You didn't hear about that? Yeah. This was 2019. No. This was 2020, February 2020. She disappeared on a Thursday. I think Valentine's like that Saturday. And she didn't show up for work. And her coworkers was concerned. And her kids, in turn, were concerned. The entire city shut down looking for Kool-Aid.
I remember that.
It was Kool-Aid. We called her Kool-Aid. And I actually met her in person.
And she was just out on a date with some damn body.
She was married, but she was out on a date with someone else. They found her at allegedly. What I heard is a white couple saw her running in Shelby Farms and was like, hey, I think I saw you on the side of my milk carton.
America is looking for you.
So if you look for me, go get my bottle of almond milk out of the fridge. I think you're on it. But yeah, I don't think I've ever lied to anyone about being at work. I mean, I lied about being at school before my mom came up to my mom. Me and my friends skipped school. It was like a domino effect almost. So my friend Carla, she was the only one who wasn't supposed to be at school. She wasn't feeling well. So me and my two other best friends, we decided, bitch, we not going to school. We're gonna go and kick it over Carla's house. So Ariel, I think she punked out first. She got scared and just went to school. Like, school started at 7:15. That bitch left at like 8:45 and like just walked to school, went to school. So Arsenio, I'm name dropping like fuck.
Like a motherfucker.
Arsenio, so he has a car. He had a purple car. It was like bright purple. And all of some type of way, his daddy rolled down this random ass street where Carla lived and saw his car. Like, called him like, why your car not at school? So Arsenio had to leave. So me being really badass, I'm like, I ain't going to school, bitch. I'm hanging out. Fuck school. An hour later, Ariel calls me and was like, bitch, your mama is on the 3rd floor. Walking
Looking
down.
for your ass.
And I'm like, girl, you just want me to come to school, bitch. My mama is not up there. Bitch, my mama had got that phone from Ariel, was like, why the fuck ain't you at school? And I was like, wait. So again, I had to leave Carla's house there. And I got to school. It was like, school at 2:15, bitch. I got school at like 1:47, bitch. I was like, girl, the day over with. But my mama locked herself out of the house. So she walked up to the south side to get the key from me. And
your ass ain't even
to
at
no
school.
avail, bitch. I was I was not.
I'm here to check out Deidre Smith. I'm here to check out D Smith.
Deidre can't been in school all day, bitch. I was such a good student. I didn't get in trouble.
He's not feeling well today. Like, did your mama sound like a man?
I'm using my drag voice. But yeah, I didn't get in trouble. I was such a star student. Was that my senior year? Yeah, it was my senior year. My teacher, my English teacher, she was like, she wasn't really administrator, but she didn't report me because I was supposed to have been in her class. And when my mom talked to her, she got on the phone. She was like, now, how are you supposed to win Mrs. Outside and you skipping school? And I was like, you're right. And I apologize. And that was it.
I remember when I was in high school. So I was in middle school, and I was on the homecoming court because
yeah, I'm the shit. Because I'm the shit. So I was on the homecoming court.
I was on the homecoming court. So everybody be like petitioning and like putting up their signs. Vote for me for 8th grade homecoming king or whatever the fuck. And so I had like a little committee. I had like a little committee, little team.
A cabinet.
A
cabinet.
Okay, I had a cabinet making signs, trying to promote me and so I could win or whatever. And so somebody this was when P. Diddy first came out with the vote or die, right? So
wait.
So they put on the flyer, they put vote Keith Jackson for the homecoming prince, and then they put at the bottom, they put vote or die. Now, I went to an all-white school, and they don't know a goddamn thing about no motherfucking P. Diddy. So they thought I was telling the people, vote for me or die. So I'm putting the signs up. So one of the teachers comes, she was like, it's Keith Jackson in here. And he was like, your signs are being taken out, because people were just ripping signs down. And I was like, yeah, everybody's ripping signs down, He was like, no, all of your signs are being taken down. We need you to go to the office. The principal come in there. How dare you? How dare you right now have voted down on you? How dare you do that? You're not going to be on the homecoming court. So then, like, one of my black teachers was like, no, this is like a slogan, like not.
Shout out to black teachers.
Shout out to Miss Levy. I would never get a shout out to Miss Levy, because she had my back. But I feel like that's the only reason why I didn't win, is because it was a misunderstanding with the homecoming flyers. It was lost in translation. Vote or die. They thought I was telling the people, vote for me or you gonna die.
Yeah, I'm like, this nigga gonna shoot the school up. We don't shoot schools up. That's the white kid.
Right, exactly. I'm the ones you need to be worried
right,
about.
bitch.
Shit.
Yeah, I should have been nervous as a little
yeah,
Woody
right,
Earl.
not me. Yeah.
If little Billy Bob put the sign
Trying to
up,
get everybody, we trying to get everybody to vote out here. We trying to get the people to vote.
when I ran, what was it? Senior year, I ran from Mr. Southside. You know, I was a pageant queen all through school. I ran for everything, bitch. If it had a crown, bitch, I was putting my name down. Belly, bitch. I wanted to win.
We're not vain at all in our family.
Bitch, I wanted to win everything. But I ran, and we had to do a talent. Was that my talent? Yeah, so I didn't want to sing at school. Like I still ended up singing, but I didn't want it to be taken seriously. So I had the right idea to sing Sister Big Bone by Anthony Hamilton. And my creative ass I took the whole flag girl squad. You know, all of them was fat girls. So I took the whole flag girl squad, and I made them big bitches strut across the stage while I sang, and I twirled them around and put them on a little runway. It was sickening.
Is your talent?
Yes, ma'am. It was sickening.
Wait a minute.
I won. That was my talent. I didn't want to sing. I felt like that was so fucking cliche because everybody knew I could sing, so it was just like, Dietrich gonna sing. But I still sang, but it was more like a, come on, big bitch, get up here.
I would have got up there and river dance. I had to fucking shut it down with a fucking river dance on their ass.
Yeah, I you know, it was cool. I won though. But school was fun.
I never quite won.
Nothing.
Well, I win in life every day, but never won. I was always on the court. It's just like I was popular enough.
Yeah,
but
people knew you. But you went to a really big school, though.
That's what I'm saying. Like I wasn't, was a second, third runner up or some shit like that.
Think about it. Out of a lot of people,
it's pretty good, I guess.
I won. Only thing I lost was prom.
I'm a winner, baby.
I won.
You're a winner, baby.
I lost prom king. I really didn't want to win that though because I had already won literally everything. It was a clean sweep. Every year I was running for something. My sister was on the basketball court and on the volleyball court, and she was a pitcher on the softball team. I was around that bitch. Vote for me because I have spunk.
Vote or die. Not because I have spunk.
I'm out there giving speeches and listen. I thought my sister was out to get me. Shout out to my sister. I thought she was like, I told mom this recently. You know, I was so feminine growing up. And I feel like, and I'm not athletic at all, but I always tried. I've always tried to play sports. I just never been good at it. And I feel like my sister, because we know we never got along growing up, I always feel like she was out to get me. Like, I feel like she was always like trying to make daddy proud.
She gonna kill you. She's going to kill.
I was so shocked that fuck her. I was shocked that she wasn't a lesbian when because I was like, my sister used to whoop everybody ass. She was so tough. So I was like, I just could not believe that like picture this, okay? You go into the same school that my parents went to. Like our whole family went to Southside High School. So we were like legacy students there. So me and my dad, I'm a junior, so I got the same name. So people know, like they knew who the fuck my parents were. And my dad was the captain of the football team. So imagine Dietrich Jr. coming in. I was already popular because I knew it was a neighborhood school, so I knew everybody. So imagine me coming in. I don't try for basketball. I don't try for football. I don't try for shit. I don't even dress out for PE. I was like, fuck all of this. So my dad was the football captain his year. Really, really good name in the newspapers. I get to the games. I'm trying to be cute and shit and walk through the games, and my sister's on the sideline. My sister's on the sideline with the quarterback throwing the ball back and forth, warming him up. I mean, that bitch, she back there, you know, she throwing the football with the quarterback, and I'm sitting here like, this bitch is trying to really make dad proud.
I have
like,
literally seen her. Meter don't kill me. I have literally seen her play basketball with the boys in a skirt.
And I'm in my head up there. Jay,
and she in that motherfucker. like,
it's fucking dyke.
Meanwhile,
I'm over here.
Me and this guy.
My name is Man. You see, and I'm up.
Split the B. Dr. I, okay, first, hold on, wait, pause. Have you noticed that, like, these cheerleaders these days,
Sound like niggas.
they sound like, what you, what you, what
So
are they?
it's called Cheer and Stump. I might be wrong. I just saw Winston-Salem University cheerleaders. They were I forget what it's called, but it's a style that's been around for a long time. But a lot of cheerleaders are starting to do it. For some reason, alcohol make me burp real bad. A lot of cheerleaders are starting to do that now, and they sound like a bunch of fucking tenors.
Right, they sound like a fraternity.
And you can't. I can't understand nothing they saying.
I'm like, what is it? When I was in school, it was split the V, dot the I, curve the C, T-O-R-Y. Like, what? Now, I was on a football team, and we learned every single cheer that Cordova Middle School had to offer.
I used to want to be a cheerleader so bad. When I played for the Cowboys, you remember Coupe made me get on the football team with Chris. And this woman used to tell me every Saturday, turn around and support your team and stop watching these cheerleaders. Stop watching these cheerleaders.
That is so funny.
I was, bitch, let me tell you, when I first saw Major Red Squad,
You was mesmerized.
I went in our backyard and I twirled until my heart was content. And I was like, if my daddy done come out here and catch me in this motherfucking backyard spinning around like a fairy, I am in trouble. But bitch, shout out to Pine Hill Community.
Having big fun.
I don't think I've had that much fun yet in my
that is
life.
super.
Shout out to Pine Hill Community Center Major Rest. When I tell you, them hoes came out with them red headbands and had them motherfucking them
white
all their
boots.
yarn on their boots, bitch, and them toast tights and that sequin uniform. And I was like, I want one. So I swear to you, and I don't think I've ever said this aloud. I wanted to be a majorette so bad, and I was just like, I wish the world was a different place where it was accepted for boys to get out here and dance with these bitches because I had something to give them.
Well, it is now.
It is now, which is okay. Good.
Honestly,
I love it. I fucking love it. I love it. I like the fact that because honestly, if you're like on in the dance community, you will notice that a lot, even back in the day, all these young girls was being taught by men. Most of their coaches were gay men. So it was a thing of like, okay, why not? Because and then you go to the gay club, this is a whole life I didn't even know existed. It was like male majorette squad. So I'm really glad to see that it's not as frowned upon letting little boys go out there and express themselves through dance. And I think we so busy sexualizing so much shit, we just not realizing these kids are just having fun and doing what the fuck they want to do. I take my hat out to it. Like when I see these little boys walk around here with purses and nails and shit.
okay, I do have one critique though.
What?
About the male majorettes.
Tuck?
Huh?
What? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, not tuck.
Oh.
I feel like they need to either grow their hair out or grow some dreads. One thing I
want some
can't stand is a bald head majorette. I don't want to see no bald head majorette. When you flip your head, your hair is a move. That don't do a bald head majorette. It don't go together.
I think it's just frowned upon, like color contacts. I just think it's just a thing. Like it's just frowned
color
upon.
contacts are very, very frowned upon.
This is the thing. But see, we had a majorette in school. She had short hair, and I think she was a co-captain. Shout out to Kiki. Kiki was good. Like she was a really
put on a bang.
she
Put on a
she
bang,
would wear
'cause-
hair. But I remember
Or don't put no hair flips in the routine.
in middle school.
If you don't have if it's a bald head bitch on the team, don't put a hair flip in the routine.
But I'm gonna say this: majorette has changed a lot too. Hairography really wasn't a thing back in our day. It was just like it was about the 5, 6, 7, 8s. Now they got head tosses and shit like that. So I get it. It makes like it adds a little bit more attitude. But like if the bitch out there dancing, she out there dancing. But yeah, saying to say, I really wish I was a majorette. Back in those days, I was like, I am so gay, and I've always known. I think everybody.
I think everybody always know.
I was so gay. Like when I tell you, I was, baby, when YouTube came out, that was the best thing could have happened to me in my majorette fantasy.
How many accounts you learned?
I learned no. I know a bunch of them like now. I just would never do it, but I could disappoint my daddy.
So my dad gonna kick my ass.
Dad's gonna kick my ass. My daddy wouldn't care. He'll just give him something else to fucking joke about. But yeah, I just want to be major. But anyway, like back to you saying like the little boys. I think it's good though that the world is becoming a bit more accepting for like little boys just to really express themselves doing any and everything. Mm-hmm. Because I saw a drag queen the other day was like voguing. You see that on was it Instagram? She was voguing and got the little kid up with her at brunch, and he wore it the fuck out. Like he got up, she was voguing, and she was like, "Come on." And I didn't know who the fuck she was talking to. The camera panned around, and it was a little boy, and he was like, he was doing this thing, and I was like, that's what's up, because like back then, I think there'd have been a time your daddy grab you like, what the fuck are you doing?
What the hell going on?
So it was just
Yeah, I think all kids should be able to express themselves in whatever way that they want to, because at the end of the day, you can't stop it. You can't stop it. Let them express themselves in any way, and you can't force kids. Like I played football all the way up until I was in the 8th grade. I hated every moment of it. I hated every single anything that had to do with anything had to do with like a contact sport. I didn't want to be hit. I didn't want to hit nobody. Then I broke my arm.
That was it.
And that was it. That was my excuse. I was listen.
I remember
I broke. We played for the Vikings, but when I was in middle school, I broke my arm playing football. Right now, mind you, it's not nothing exciting. I didn't break my arm. You would think that I broke my arm in like a play, or I tackle somebody or somebody tackle me. I broke my arm in a drill, and that was my moment out. I was doing a backup drill, and I fell back and caught myself with my hand, and that's how I broke my right in half. The best day of my life.
I'm injured, coach.
I went to my mama. I think my arm broke. She was like, your arm ain't broke. We go to the doctor. She said, yep, it's broken. When I had the biggest smile on my face. I said, this is it. I'm fucking out of here.
My dad had me in
I'm out of here.
So many Pee Wee teams. I mean, he took me to the Posse. He took me to the Dynamite. And those boys was fucking huge. And then I ended up playing for the Cowboys. And I was just like, I'm not good. I don't want to do this. Like, I just didn't. It wasn't fun. I'm like, put me in fucking show choir and let me
jazz hands.
Right,
all
bitch. I got
day.
spunk and personality. Y'all are really like overlooking what's the fucking star y'all got in this house.
I fake passed out. I was gonna get out of there one way or another. We running a drill. Now, you would think I'd have broke. I didn't break my arm on purpose, but it was divine time, and God was on my side. But we running drills. I'm like, I'm not gonna be able to do this, and so we running the drill. I said, I'm gonna pass out. So this is what the fuck I did. Ran a drill and fell out. I've always been an actor. Fell out on that motherfucking field. They come running. Fanning me, they give me water, and they pull me under the tree. Give me up. Okay, cool. The next day, I'm gonna do it again. My daddy said, "Get your ass up. Get your ass up. You ain't nothing wrong with you." Yeah, but it wasn't for me.
I did. That was my thing.
I'd rather be in front of the camera doing something. I remember I had recorded myself doing the singing the Star Spangled Banner. And then I tried to record over it, but I didn't record the whole thing over. So it was like a home video. And then it was a snippet of me and the Rockies, red glare, and then back to the home video.
How you explain it? Like, what the fuck?
And we was all sitting down, like, watching. You know what I'm saying? The home video, everybody watching. And we would do the house, and then it cut to my ass, and the Rockies, red glare. I'm like, I wasn't meant to play no damn football.
You remember the family reunion? So, yeah, we had a family reunion eons ago, and they were playing sports, and me and my cousin was standing on the fucking sideline.
Doing what we do, chit-chat.
Talking about everybody.
Talking about everybody. Talking about everybody on the field playing. Not realizing, so my dad used to record everything. So the camera's sitting up, and what were they playing? Volleyball. And we over to the side.
Keep in mind, we're like 9 and 7. And I'm cussing
his
like a
ass
motherfucker.
Like he a 47-year-old man that just got out of work.
A 47-year-old woman.
Nigga, his big head ass.
It was designed for me to be this way. I swear to God. I was so young, and I was on the side of the motherfucking camera, and I say I was talking my motherfucking ass out, cussing up a storm.
Meanwhile, I'm not saying nothing.
It never did. I think he said it.
I did. I swear I did.
He had to have known the camera.
I didn't. But it just by the grace of God, because my parents was the ones that owned the camcorder. So thank God I wasn't on that fucking cussing.
So I remember the phone call. I ain't need to call my mom. Said, Lois, maybe on this motherfucking camera cussing like a grown. And I was like, well, my parents always been cool. I didn't get in trouble. They caught me cussing so many times, and I never got in trouble. You know, my bedroom used to be by the driveway, and I remember one time our cousins from Florida came up, and I'm in there. I've always been the showstopper, so I was always just grown as fuck. I'm young, in there trying to run shit, talking, I was entertaining the guests. Actually, what I was doing, and my mom then pulled up, coming from the casino. My window, my bedroom was up, and I was cussing my ass off. And to my dad, I heard my dad's voice, you sure doing a lot of motherfucking cussing. I was like.
See, but that's my whole thing, though. If you coming from a family that when I tell you motherfucker this, motherfucker that, motherfucker, I don't give a God. If you come from a family that cuss, that's all we do is cuss. All we do is cuss.
What the fuck you expect?
What you expect from me? When I tell you I was in middle school cussing, you motherfucker bitch. Cussing good. Cussing good. I did a play once. And this lady, one of the characters that I played had a whole lot of cuss words. And this lady came, she said, you know how to cuss. I said, baby, I've been doing this since I was in the 4th grade. I've been cussing my ass off forever. My family, if we can't do nothing, we can sit up and cuss.
And that's why I used to tell my mama all the time, like this. My mama, she don't know nothing. She don't know no better. I remember at your high school graduation, it was at church. We walked in the church, Lord said, but to her defense, the church is huge and it looks like a theater. It don't give you like sanctuary. And
church was not in session. It was a graduation service.
It
is a difference.
Lois walked up in there and said, it showed a lot of motherfucking steps. It showed a lot of motherfucking steps. And I looked at her and said, hey, we in church. And she was like, oh shit, my mom. So that's the thing, like my mom them cool though. Like they never really been on my ass about the way I curse and how I like show up. Because our family play cards, they drink, you got something that's gonna smoke, you got something that's gonna fight, they gonna shoot dice, like everything that you can fucking imagine we've been around and we've seen. But we had good parents that let us know, like, motherfucker, you don't do what I do. So like, but when we got grown, our parents respect the fact that we grown and we gonna cuss your motherfucking ass plumb out. I think I know it's in me. It's genetics. It's fucking genetics.
It's definitely just, and see, this the thing. Like, okay, so how you feel about like when parents say, "Do as I," what's the saying?
Do as I say, not
Do
as
as
I
I say, not as I do.
I think that's okay as long as I'm a child. I have no choice but to mind that.
But do kids do what you say, or do kids do what you do?
I really think it depends on the kid. And a lot of stuff that, like a lot of our upbringings, I feel like it all depends on that child because, like we know, for like we have siblings. We grew up in the same house, same tutelage. Like they wear tutelage.
Right.
Same,
I'm trying to figure out. I'm going to look that up on Urban Dictionary.
under the same tutelage, and we came out completely different. So I think it just depends on the nature of the beast because some things I would see my dad do, and I was so naive, I didn't know what the fuck I was looking at. You remember my grandma boyfriend Ron?
No.
You remember Ron? He sounded like he talked like fucking Chicken George, but he was the older black guy named Ron. Always frying fish and gutting fish in the living room. But anyway, Ron used to smoke Primos. And Primos is like, I don't know if it was really cocaine, but it was like a rock. Like it would be a rock. And he would chop it up and he would put it inside of the top paper.
With the weed.
Yeah.
With the weed.
But as a child, I would watch him chop these rocks up in front of me. But I never knew what the fuck Ron was doing. Because I think he was just standing in the child's place. I wouldn't ask no questions. And it was done right. I'm talking about as close as I'm sitting to you. Bitch, Ron would sit right in front of me. Or my grandma would chop it up for Ron. Mm-hmm. But I never knew what the fuck was going on. But it wasn't until I got older, it dawned on me that this motherfucker was chopping up rocks in front of me. I was in the fucking trap house. You know what I'm saying? I just never knew. But I'm saying to say, like, it just depends on the kid. Like, I never was that intrigued to try what Ron was doing. Like when my dad was out doing what he was doing, I never had that in me to be like, I'm finna go do what they doing. Or when I'm seeing my cousins get in trouble or friends get in trouble, I never had that in me to want to go and follow up behind them. Because I knew what the fuck was going to happen when I got home. And I think that makes the big difference. I had friends that was going out, egging restaurants or stealing at the corner store. And like, bitch, I wasn't doing that. Because I knew when I got home, I had motherfucking consequences because he said, motherfucker, do as I say, not as I do. So if I do what you're doing, I might get in trouble. So I just think it depends on the child.
I agree with that. Also, I don't know. I feel like, but what about like something deeper than that? You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I guess what cussing ain't deeper, like, because we gonna cuss.
So how do you feel about cursing in front of your parents? Do you think that's
I mean, okay, so my parents are a little bit different from your parents. My parents, it's like my parents are not traditional per se, but like when it comes to, they traditional when it comes to like the respect factor of, you know, you don't cuss in front of your parents and you say, yes, sir, no, sir, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, type of situations. But not in a sense where we can't do nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We can't, like they always encourage us to like live our life and just be young and have fun or whatever. But I think that at a certain age, it's just like, come on. It's just like, if I need to tell you a story, I'm not gonna be like, yeah. And so when I was in the grocery store, he was like, that B said that. No, it's like, no, I want to tell the full story. I want to be like, that bitch.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Even to this day, like, I be feeling it. Like today, I was talking to my mama. And I'm talking, and I was like, yeah, and I'm like, that motherfucker. And I was like, oh, I'm thinking, I thought I was talking to my man. My bad. But you can freely cuss in front of your parents and not feel bad. But my parents, not especially my daddy.
And I'm gonna say this though, what's funny as fuck to me, I still get the butterflies when I curse in front of Uncle Keith. I think about it.
But
every
they
time.
accept it more from you
Yeah. Absolutely.
than they do
But
from me or like my brothers.
I still get butterflies when I'm like, I think about before I curse in front of Uncle Keith, I still be like, do you want to say this? Like, but
See, but I feel like you should be able to. It's different between cussing, because at the end of the day, we grown, right? It's a difference between cussing and cussing somebody out.
yeah. And that's what I say.
If I'm upset with you, and just say if it's something that I need to address with my mama, because at this age we need to be able to address things with our parents that we don't like. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes they do have to realize that we not kids anymore.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's certain conversations that we gonna have to have in order for us to have a relationship. You know what I'm saying? So if I got an issue with something that you're doing, or if we in an argument, I'm not gonna cuss.
Right. Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Because that might be deemed as disrespectful.
Yeah.
And I don't think if you having an issue with your parents that you should cuss
Absolutely.
or cuss your parents out. You know what I'm saying? But if I'm just freely having a good time and we just talking or whatever, I should be able to say motherfucker this, motherfucker that.
Yeah. That's what we talk.
Because we all having a good time, right?
Right. That's on, like, we talked about this a couple weeks ago. I was in mom's house and one of the friends came over with her cousin, and she was saying she struggles with her kids cursing in front of her. And I was like, well, my dad, he spoke up before I could. He was like, well, my son cusses all the time. He was like, and you know, he ain't out here saying like dick, pussy, bitch, fuck, suck my. He was like, you know, it's just like ass shit, motherfucker, maybe. He was like, oh fuck. He was like, but like I told, and at that point I interjected. I was like, you know, there's a difference to me between cursing around my parents and cursing my parents out. I will never curse my parents out. Right. I will never curse at my parents talking to them jokingly. Right. Like if I'm talking to my mom, I never say, girl, sit your ass down. Right. Like I'm not, I'm not going to do that. But if I'm telling mom, if I'm around my mom and I tell my sister, sit your contra ass down, or you know, somebody else, that's definitely going to go down. But again, you know, I hang with my parents. So it's like, we not finna sit here. You ain't finna sit here and get me drunk. And
I got to still monitor,
and I'm over here.
You giving me, and I'm grown enough for you to be handing me shots,
right? And
telling me, but now I still got to be drunk and cognizant
sit your
about,
goddamn butt down.
That B told me. I told that B that she needs to sit her MFing self down.
What the heck? I'm not saying too fucking
I'm
grown.
not saying
I'm
what the heck.
For that.
What the heck is the ugliest shit I've ever heard.
I'd rather go home before I say some shit.
What the
heck are you doing? Yeah, I'd rather go and go to the house. Time for me to go before I start cussing like old lady, white lady. I feel like parents we put too much power in curse words, but I do think there should be a time. I don't want to sound like a hypocrite because I feel like it's just a word, but I don't think kids should be using these words. But I do think when you get older, parents have to understand. I'm not like, of course, we classify 18 as grown. I do think at the big age of 33, I'm at a different level of grown adulthood.
I feel like I've been grown since I was in the fifth grade.
Oh, I definitely been on top of this shit.
And you know what? That makes me wonder, like, when I was in the fifth grade, I had a whole ass life. We was cussing, me and my friend, we were going to the movies. We had whole situations going on, drama in the fifth grade. And when I tell you, I was cussing my ass off.
Yeah,
I was cussing, and I honestly, and I don't see much of a difference between me at 31.
I hope you do.
And me. What I'm saying, well, a maturity level, yes. But like,
you mean like at your core?
At my core,
yeah. You always, and that's the thing.
In fifth grade, I felt like I was.
You always are going to be who you are, and I think when the more people realize that factor in life, I'm going to be exactly who I am. It ain't a fucking thing you can do. You can try to like cover it up and suppress it, but that whoever's in you, that's gonna bleed out. Like you, that part of you. You ever seen a motherfucker who, like, I see friends from high school. we have our class reunion every year. So a motherfucker might show up who I hadn't seen since graduation day. What they say? You ain't changed a bit. You know, of course, I'm more mature. My temper's much better. My attitude towards things, my experiences molded me into a grown man. But at my core, Dietrich is always going to be Dietrich. Like, and this, like you. So at 10, I'm sure, like it's used. Like you don't change your natural self. You're always gonna be that person, regardless of how people try to tell you what shouldn't be, what should be. You're gonna be who you are. Like it's just this gonna be this. That's not gonna ever change. But that shit was up my nose.
We're not the only ones up today.
My dog is a fucking maniac.
The neighbors are up. Is that your dog?
Yes, my dog.
I thought that was the neighbors.
I don't know them people. I've never seen them.
When I tell you, I had a man that lived above me. I felt like not only did he have on steel toe boots, but his dog had on steel toe boots.
Maybe the floors. Maybe they sound like that up there.
It was awful.
You see how small my dog is, and he making a lot of noise upstairs.
That dog had on steel toe boots. 4 of them.
Bitch, I had a neighbor that used to cook cocaine in the bathroom.
What?
Bitch, I bullshit you not. It was an old lady and a very old man. They were a couple. I don't know if it was him or one of his fucking grandsons. Well, I think it's him. I was like, that man too old to be doing that. But I went in my guest bathroom one time. We were living downtown. And I went in my guest room and I said, I smelled like this fragrance. And I looked at Quad and I said, are you sick? I thought his stomach had ruined. So I was like, are you okay? And he was like, what do you mean? I said, you didn't go to the bathroom? He was like, no. And I said, it smelled like rotten eggs in my bathroom. And our it was a townhome duplex. So I'm assuming we shared the same ventilation, like the same vent. And it was a rotten egg smell. And I was like, and I don't know, someone told me, I looked it up, but I
was
heard,
it an egg or a rotten egg?
It was a rotten egg.
You know what a rotten egg smell like?
Yeah, it smelled like ass. It was like a rotten egg because like sometimes.
Are you sure that's not just an egg?
It was a rotten egg. Bitch, egg smell. I know what does the egg smell like, bitch? It's the egg.
How many times have you come across a rotten egg?
Well, you know, I work for the utility company, so like they put that, like gas doesn't have a smell, so they give it a rotten egg fragrance. Like they put that
right,
in,
but
so
if you boil in an old egg, that's what it smells like.
A boiled egg smell like a boiled egg. A boiled egg, like when you boil eggs.
Right, it's just like, ooh, it smells like an egg in here.
No, this is like egg stuffed with someone's ass. So either they was over there having a freaky Easter egg hunt, bitch, or somebody was cooking cocaine in the bathroom. So I'm gonna go with this story.
It was a rotten egg.
Someone told me.
Who's sitting there waiting on an egg to rot?
Google, does crack smell like rotten egg right now?
What?
Does crack smell like a rotten egg? They had to have been quick. I'm convinced. Someone told me that, because it couldn't have been a gas leak.
I think it just smells like a boiled egg.
No, a rotten egg smells different. It's a rotten egg. It's a thing. You never heard of rotten egg before?
Yes.
Someone smelled
the
a rotten egg. And I did.
That's what I'm saying. Does gas smell like a rotten egg?
Yeah, he was cooking cocaine. Well, crack. Because he can't afford cocaine. What would we say, baby? Crack is cheap.
Now, does gas make you fart?
What? No, it was, I'm telling you, the man was cooking cocaine.
Okay, yeah. The man was cooking cocaine.
What, don't it say it?
No, they didn't say the man was cooking cocaine.
No, I'm saying, bitch.
It said natural gas has no other gas companies add a harmless chemical called.
Let me see the word. You know, I know things. Mercaptan to give it a distinctive rotten egg smell. But that ain't what you see. You trying to does gas? I just told you gas smell like rotten eggs. God damn it! I told you that. Does gas?
What was I supposed to look up?
Does crack?
Does crack smell like?
Does crack
gas?
smell like rotten eggs? Parents' Guide to What Cocaine Smell Like.
What?
They got a cocaine for dummies, baby. I'm telling you though, like it smell like rotten eggs.
I know a dude who there's a frog. There's a frog that secretes some chemical that gets you high.
How you find that out?
And I got a friend that got one of those frogs. And his mama was like, I know what you're doing with that frog. I know what you're doing with that frog. He was getting the frog secretes like a what's it called? Like a hallucinogen.
Yeah.
The chemicals gives you like a hallucinogen. And the frog secretes a specific frog and it secretes that and you smoke it.
He bought that frog for that.
And he bought that frog for that. And his mom was like, I know why you got that frog.
But she's a drug addict
She
too.
knows.
I never, right, bitch. I would have never known.
Drug addict. I just thought he was in the.
She a fucking drug head too. How the fuck you
She
know?
know what the fuck going on. Parents guide
She up all night. My
parents
son
guide
got
to your kids doing drugs.
what to do when your son buys a bullfrog? Bitch, go to sleep.
He doing drugs. He's getting high.
She on X Jeeves. You remember that?
Hey, jeez, my son has a bullfrog that's secreting liquids.
No, the bitch. How would you even know that? Like, I know what you're doing with this, bro. Girl, get out my room. This is a pit frog for biology class. Y'all in high school?
Well,
Y'all doing a lot of shit just school.
he was in college.
Oh, it didn't matter. He grown.
Well, this is when he was at home though.
Oh,
And bought a damn frog to get you high.
I guess. I'm a little fucked up. I ain't really fucked up. We've been drinking all day though. We had a
Literally since 5 o'clock.
Somehow our family dinner turned into Bobby Jones gospel. I don't know how we got it.
I don't know how it turned into church.
And none of us go to an ounce of church.
Don't nobody go to church. Then none of us grow up in a church. But somehow,
We went to fucking Kirby High School and played basketball.
in the middle of the
wrestle on
family
them
union, where
dirty
everybody
mats.
drinking and smoking.
We didn't see
And
God
we
was.
like, but see, God. And it's just like, at what point was it supposed to stop?
Right,
Because honestly, it went on longer
Longer than supposed to go.
than
My drunk ass.
that I would have ever imagined.
That has never happened in the history of family gatherings in our family ever.
We had some folks be like, listen, I'm a little too fucked up to
Y'all talking about
talk
God?
about what y'all talking about.
I don't know how that happened. We were all drunk. Everybody was drunk except one person. Everybody else was drunk. So I was just like, how did we arrive here? And how do we stop? Because I was like, I'm aiming the atheist. So I don't know how the fuck.
And then it went from being loud, and then all of a sudden,
We was in the corner like, yeah, but see, God
that was whispering. I was
God
across,
is
I'm like,
bigger.
well, wait a minute. Now, what's being talked about? What is being talked about?
like, God is bigger than everything. I was just like, what the fuck? I was so full of Espolon tequila, bitch. I was just like, it's coming at my pores. And I'm over here just like, well, I don't believe in the God you believe in. It was just a lot. But it was fun nonetheless. No one got into it. No one fought. It was just it
was a productive conversation.
We're talking about religion is always very, very weird and tricky because you try so hard not to be offensive. But in the back of your mind, I know people's thinking, this nigga crazy. And in the back of my mind, I'm thinking like, this motherfucker has lost her marbles.
What the fuck?
Like,
And I'm sitting back there going back and forth from this person to that person because I've been on these old fashions all day.
right. We were
So
talking
I'm
about.
going back and forth like,
We were talking about.
she's got a point. Look, oh shit, my lips dry as fuck.
Yeah.
Back in your court, bitch.
We had a good time though. Nice little family gathering. We're doing it again tomorrow. Soul Food Sunday. So I'm excited about that. We're at this point we're just rambling, but that's what the podcast is all about, baby.
That's what it's all
Just
about.
talking.
And what I have on my paper right now is that Michelle Williams is an icon. I don't care what nobody say. Y'all can call it what you want. You can call it what you want.
Michelle Williams is funny. There's an interview with her and Larry Reed. You should check it out. She's hilarious. Michelle Williams is like funny, and she's like church funny, but she's still funny.
She had the best parts in Destiny's Child.
That's been our show tonight, people. What?
She had the best parts.
Like the hooks, the bridges and shit?
Her verse.
Cut the path that we'll take.
That's the least I can do. Let me cater to you through the good, the bad, the ups and the downs. I'll still be here for you. Let me cater to you, cause you're beautiful. Come on now.
But shit, I mean, but people
fuck with
really was
Michelle.
giving Michelle a hard time because it was some funny videos of her though. Like that whole poor Michelle thing, that was like first class bullying. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. That was first class bullying. Michelle Williams did not deserve that.
And I'm an underdog type of person.
Yeah,
I'm always gonna root for the underdog.
Yeah, she's funny and she actually can sing. She just wasn't that sexy R&B
like
type of thing. Because you remember was it the Super Bowl when they had pushed me about that thing and Michelle had almost lost her shit coming.
And when
back.
she fell,
She was like, you know, I saw that live. I had just got home from school when she fell and they was singing. Damn, what song was that? It was 106. Where you at 106? I Need a Soldier. They was singing I Need a Soldier. I saw that live. Michelle just fucking dropped, but people would not let that go. She brought it up on her interview with Larry Reed. She was like, Beyonce fell down a flight of steps. And like people still
a flight.
But she fell down a fucking flight
And she got up.
and kept going. But Michelle got up and kept
She kept it moving. Because you imagine that's the most embarrassing
I know she was
shit.
sick of that shit. I hated it. I ain't gonna say I hated it because I was so young and immature, so I was laughing at some of the jokes. But like I find him in a lot of shit.
Can you imagine how she felt?
But that whole poor Michelle, like in retrospect, that was bullying.
Yeah, it was bullying.
That whole poor Michelle, that was grade A.
You gonna show
bullying.
up all her best.
But some of this shit was so funny. But Michelle laughed about it and joked about it in her interview. So she was just like, y'all just won't let it go. Beyonce fell, huh? That was she going, huh? But she was funny. But yeah, I just don't think people just don't let shit go. But just the fact that somebody sat down and was like, I'm finna keep a track record of all of her mishaps.
Michelle's an icon.
Michelle's great. I love
Michelle's
Michelle.
an icon.
She
was a part of the best,
the greatest girl group,
the greatest female group
ever
out there.
Ever.
And she contributed to it. No matter how much people like to just give it to Beyonce and Kelly. Now don't get me wrong. Beyonce and Kelly are the shit.
Yeah,
but Michelle's an icon.
Michelle's an icon. She's a part of
also,
Destiny's Child.
Don't get me wrong. Now.
She's a part of Destiny's
Child. She is a part of Destiny's Child, and she had the best parts. I like all her parts.
And a lot of people can't say that. She was a part of Destiny's
Child. Nobody else can say that.
Because like Destiny's Child was good when LaToya and Latavia was in it, but I think Latavia just there because they grew up together. She couldn't really sing. But I'm gonna tell you this: I enjoy LaToya more as an actress. Have you ever seen Greenleaf?
Yes,
she was good. Great. She was good. She was in something else too.
She's a good actress.
Yeah,
she's talented for sure.
I enjoy her a lot as an actress.
She is definitely talented for sure.
But she's found her niche. Latavia, I don't know what she's doing, but she was like R&B Divas or something. What was it R&B Divas? She was like, "Skies flying high, you know how I feel."
I didn't watch R&B Divas.
You never seen R&B Divas?
Not one episode.
Kelly Price was sound like Kelly Price. No, she's a fat cunt.
She was a villain.
Oh my God. Quick. Kelly Price, love you. You can sing your ass off. Kelly Price and Tamar Braxton was the two celebrities we had no business getting to know on a personal level. You think Tamar was insufferable? That motherfucking Kelly Price was like on a whole, like it's a different, like I think both of them irritated me like in different ways. Like Tamar was just a complete fucking like 40-year-old brat. Kelly was mean. And Kelly was like, she's a taller woman. So she'll sit up on your ass like, and you like, bitch.
How you gonna be a mean fat bitch?
She was. She was like, you can look at Kelly and be like, Kelly gonna whoop these hoes.
Is that problematic?
Yeah, and I'm not taking it out.
I just feel like you, the big girl, supposed to be nice and funny and a good time, a great time.
Not
good
Kelly
time.
Price, baby. Kelly Price means a snake. She was so mean, and I was really shocked that how she was on Sundays best when she was a judge. I guess she just kind of tamed herself for that series. But R&B Divas, Kelly Price did not turn the radio with them hoes. Like, did not
She didn't come to play.
turn the radios with them hoes, and she was just like, bitch. Like she knew she was one of them people that like she knew she could sing. On her worst day, she could out-sing all of these bitches. So it was just a thing of like, girl, I don't even know why I'm here, but bitch, I'm Kelly Price. So yeah, Kelly Price was something else. Like we shouldn't have gotten to know her. I could not stand Tamar. We just recently started the Braxton Family Values over, and we recently started. I just said I'm drunk. We recently started that over. Tamar was insufferable. But the show makes me very sad because I hate watching. I cannot stand to see Tracy Braxton on my TV now.
Not on my watch.
I hate to see Tracy Braxton on my TV. It breaks my heart.
This one that
The
passed.
one that passed. Oh, it makes me so sad because she was so funny. Tracy was so. You never watched Braxton? What the fuck? You never seen it either?
Maybe a couple of episodes.
God, next subject.
Sorry.
Oh my God, Tracy Braxton was amazing. She was so funny. She was a sister that didn't give a fuck about the fortune and fame. Like that bitch was on there just with her husband and her kids, and she was just like funny. And she felt like they really didn't fuck with her. And like when you go back and watch it, it kind
Must
of
have been the middle child.
She was the second oldest. So they had an older brother, then Tony, Tracy, Tawanda, Trina, then Tamar. So it's 5 girls and 1 boy.
She
But
number 2.
I think she was number 3.
Middle
So
child.
I guess she's a middle child, yeah. So on the show, it was just the second oldest because the brother Michael barely showed his face on the show. But yeah, it's really sad. But anyway,
Oh my God. So my friend said that he got kicked out of a bar, and he said the nigga tried to push him because he was talking to some girl he was trying to bag. And then I said, so what did you do? Because I'm not going to have no friends that's no punk ass bitch. And what did you do?
What is that?
And he said he pushed him and threw his beer in his face. And he said he should be happy that he ain't bust him over the head. I think I would have bust him upside the head.
With the beer bottle, baby.
You know, I would bust you upside your head with a beer bottle. I would do that with no problem.
I'll bust this at you with anything.
With anything I see.
Especially if you bigger than me, bitches.
Let me feel like I'm losing. I'll take this microphone, bitch.
Let me feel like I'm
bust
about to
you upside
lose.
your goddamn head.
Listen here. I'm not playing this shit, baby. Who ain't finna lose no fight is me. First of all, I'm too old to be out here fighting you. So if we get to that point of like fighting you, like we're gonna have to, we're gonna have to go ahead and thump. Sometimes I be looking at people that fight in public, and I be thinking like, oh, that's a fucking ghetto. Like, why y'all doing that? But just imagine, like people fighting in the airport. I be like, I always say, bitch, you're gonna have to have pissed me the fuck off to the highest level of pissivity.
You are going to literally have to punch
Spit
me
in my face.
Spit
You damn near gotta hit my
or
mama.
punch me in my goddamn face.
Or beat to fight you at the airport. Quick. I'm not just bitch. I can't go. Who? And don't let you hit me on the connecting flight, bitch. Now I'm stuck. I'm not to let that go.
Bitch, where you live at so I can come find your ass because you gonna get this
I
ass
need this
whooping.
bitch more bad.
It might not be today.
But soon we get
But I'm finna get your ass. Yeah, I'm gonna get your ass.
soon we get the baggage claim. Your ass is mine, bitch. I just be when I see folks fight in public, I just be like, I wonder what happened to make it get to that, because I remember a time when I went to KFC. I was with my mom. My mom, I think I would tell my mom all the time. I was like, you enjoy the mess, because I be like, I see shit is about to happen or know what. Like I know my trigger points. I'm like, Lois, let's go, because I'm finna go to jail. So let's go. So we got the KFC, and I hate my mama always say, "Let me get a 10-piece, dog. Can you make sure my food fresh?" And I be saying, "Lord, stop saying it, because these people gonna give you what the fuck they want to give you anyway."
Right.
So just stop saying that. If it's not fresh when we get to the window, say, "Hey, can I get some give me some fresh chicken," because they're gonna give you what they got. Especially when you live like in certain areas, these hoes is ghetto as fuck. These houses, these houses ghetto as fuck. They're like, oh, I can't say that. Jesus, come get fucking banned. But anyway, these houses ghetto as fuck.
Oh,
I was finna say, what's on my mic? But so yeah, I was like, these houses ghetto as fuck. So like, sometimes it's not worth the battle. Like, Yolanda, the battle's not yours. So we get to the fucking KFC. My mom ordered the food. She was like, make sure my food hot or whatever she said. So the girl in the speaker said something I didn't like. So I'm already like, here we go. So we get to the window. Mama got the food. Before she got the food, the girl handed us our drinks. It was lemonade. I remember specifically it was lemonade. And my mom was driving. And the girl handed the lemonade. My mama said, "Is the food fresh?" Instead of her saying, "Yes, ma'am, it's fresh," that bitch looked my mom in the face and said, "We ain't just open." I said, "Lois, pull off." "I'm not finna pull off. I want my chicken." I said, "Mama, pull off. We can go to another KFC." She didn't want to pull off. So my mama in turn goes to the manager at the window and say, "Hey, that young lady right there has a bad attitude." The young lady with the bad attitude says, "I don't give a fuck, bitch," and like shooting off. So I said, "Excuse me, ma'am. This my mama you talking to."
What's
That
she
bitch
say?
said, "Fuck your mama." I took that motherfucking large lemonade and doused my mama
And her.
and that bitch. Lois was soaking wet.
And what else did you do?
Hopped out of the car.
'Cause I've heard the story.
You did. I'm so sorry. I hopped out of the car and I went around to the window and I reached in there for that bitch and I said, "You gonna let this 2 pieces of the biscuit get you killed?" I didn't tell that bitch I was gonna whoop her ass. I told her, "I'm going to kill you." And I motherfucking meant that. And that woman said, "Sir, you have to calm down." I said, "This is my motherfucking mama.
That's my mama.
This is my mama, bitch." I said, "I whoop a whole old, new, young, a man, woman, child, boy, girl." I said, "You gonna have to lay me down by my motherfucking mama, bitch." And so I said, "What's her name?" She said, "Gwen." I said, "Ho, I know your mama crackhead because you 17 and she named you Gwen."
Gwen knew jujitsu or taekwondo or something. Because that was
Gwen-
a bad bitch. That was Gwen was a bad. Gwen
She
was a
like
bad
this.
bitch.
She was in the back like, "Bitch." And I said, "This whole
Gwen was getting ready to whoop your ass. I don't know. You thought Gwen was gonna be? Gwen was getting ready to tear that ass up.
Quick, Gwen, look, I wasn't driving that motherfucking truck.
Gwen would have gave you a run for your motherfucking
Gwen
money.
won't get a run up her ass.
I believe Gwen would have whipped your ass. This is what I believe.
Okay.
I believe Gwen
Bitch.
wasn't no regular bitch. Gwen said, "Fuck your mama."
Said, "Fuck your mama."
Gwen was about that life. Gwen wasn't here to play with it.
Keith Jackson.
And honestly, I really don't believe you should underestimate Gwen.
Gwen,
Baby,
Let me tell you something.
I believe Gwen had some hands on her.
Gwen was gonna have to have an
She had
ass.
long hair then.
That was my hair.
Gwen was gonna give you a grab and rap.
Quick, let me tell you something.
She was gonna give you a grab and rap, and if I'd have seen you getting your ass whooped at Popeyes, I'd have been highly.
I would have left my mama.
I'd have been highly disappointed.
It was KFC. First of all, it wasn't no
or
motherfucking
whatever
Popeyes.
the
Let me
fuck
tell
it
you
was.
something.
Shit, I'm surprised it wasn't Popeyes.
Let me tell you something. If Gwen had let me get in arms reaching that bitch, Gwen would have been eating mashed potatoes the rest of her motherfucking life because I was gonna knock every bone out that bitch mouth. Do you understand me? I was so mad. And I told mom, I said, "Mama, I'm so glad you're driving this truck because I got a mind to drive this motherfucking GMC right through the lobby." I was so fucking hot and mad, and all I heard my mama say was, I had my work shirt on. She was like, you gonna lose your job. You gonna lose your job. And I was like, fuck this job. Like, bitch, I'm sticking up for you. He's on a motherfucking job. I just couldn't believe it. So the next day, I went up to the KFC the next day.
Not you went and apologized.
Are you stupid?
I
got to the motherfucking window. They said, thanks for choosing KFC. We'd like to try our $5 box. I said, it's a bitch named Gwen at work, please.
Yes, Gwen.
I'm looking for Gwen. The fuck? Who? You disrespecting my mama. Oh, I was so mad. But yeah, anyway. So that lets me know sometimes you can kind of shoot the fuck off and act a fool in public. So sometimes when I see people fighting in public, some shit I just motherfucking understand.
You have to have really pushed me over the edge for me to act a fool. You had to have really disrespected me.
Unless we're in the airport.
Unless we're in the airport on a connecting flight.
That's the only time I'm gonna let you punch me in the face.
I'm like, security.
Get this bitch up out of here. I'm
right,
passing out.
Get her out of here.
I'm passing out. Unless we're in the airport, because what I don't want to, I'd rather go to jail to be on the no-fly list.
Do you remember that? Did you see that video in the airport with the girl that had the fire extinguisher?
Yes.
She was spraying the people with it.
She was in the terminal. She was at the gate.
At the gate with a fire extinguisher.
See, I'd have whooped that hoe to the smoke cleared. you doing a lot.
I would have tackled that bitch.
And choked her.
And then they calling telling the dude, close the door. And he calling running around the goddamn thing.
Did she miss her? Did they close the gate on her or something? And was that why she was acting a fool? Because she missed the flight? I don't know
why she was acting a fool.
But yeah, she was walking around with that motherfucking fire extinguisher. She was just spraying.
Spraying everybody. I'd attack that bitch from behind.
Yeah, I think some people lose their mind at the airports. I don't know. I think it's just the whole, like, people can't handle pressure, like the anxiety. Like, I think black people, we built for, like, shit like that. Like, shit happening to us and we know, like, we kind of prepare for the worst. You know what I'm saying?
Because shit always happens to us.
Right. White folks,
we can't always show our ass.
White people cannot be inconvenienced.
No.
At all.
Or they just fucking go crazy. But bitch, my whole life is an inconvenience.
I woke up inconvenienced.
Right.
So yeah, I think
with
this
your
is,
ass.
yeah, because it might not be them acting. It might not be white people acting fool in the airports. Just about. I have seen a few of us, a few coloreds acting. It was a bunch of girls had whooped this white. You saw them. It was a bunch of bitches. They had jumped this white girl in the airport, and her boyfriend. I'm sure she deserved it. Her boyfriend jumped on her, was like protecting her, like he laid on top of her so they could stop hitting her. But yeah, I just don't know. I think sometimes people trying to fuck up your good juju and your mood. I just think that's something that it just depends. Like I said, like unless I'm in the airport, cousin, I don't think I'm going. If I'm in the airport, I guess unless I'm in the airport, I think I'm not gonna turn the other cheek. Unless I'm in the airport, that's the only, because traveling is so important to me. It really is. Like I just can't be stuck.
I can't have you on a no-fly zone. I don't know what you're gonna do.
Right? How the fuck I'm gonna get to Cancun? I'm not driving. I'm not catching the bus.
You can't.
Yeah. So unless we're in the airport, but I just think people like the whole like fighting in clubs and shit like that. That's different. I will never understand that. And look, we probably be on a video. A bitch acting a fool in the club. We know we fighting. You gotta be careful what you say.
You know they like to try me out.
Ooh, don't they? Life will make a fool out of you in a minute. People like to try. I don't know what it is. Yeah, people love to try to fight my cousin.
I don't know what it is. They just.
What thing I tell you that time? He said, "This my sidewalk, bitch."
He said, "What did he say? Yeah, this my sidewalk. You're in my way," or something like that. I'm looking like
we will beat the shit out of you on this motherfucking sidewalk, on your sidewalk, whatever it is, bitch. Your ass gonna be beat. I don't know what it is about you.
I remember we had went to some club, and this big ass 6'5" ass bitch with the fucking 6th grade hairstyle where they have it. First of all, I ain't never seen a drag queen wear a natural style.
That's it. Who?
Before in my life, she had
Annalise Keith.
She had, you know how they had like the little, maybe like 4 or 5 braids right here with all of them got a rubber band, and then with a little press with the thing stop, the little hair stop right here. If you don't go on with this childish, and I hope you ain't got this. I hope this ain't a childish ass wig.
It was. I remember it because I was watching y'all from
With
the bar.
with a blade trench coat on.
Yeah, I was watching y'all from the bar. I was gonna jump and grab a big bottle of Ciroc and crack that big bitch across my motherfucker.
I'm like, all right. Ain't no
Bitch.
killer, but don't push me.
And I'm saying, he ain't by himself, baby. But yeah.
Believe it, I got the shooters in the back watching your big ass.
Bitch, when I tell you I was watching, I see this big bitch. I'm gonna go for that bitch knees. All big people got bad knees, so don't forget them. But yeah,
my throat.
we drunk. It's 2:30, so we're gonna wrap it up. We're gonna thank y'all for tuning in to the Boy Please Whatever podcast. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and comment. Follow me on YouTube, Facebook Live every Monday at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. I was like a newsman, don't I? I am streaming on all podcast streaming apps, which is Anchor, Apple Music, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon, and Google Podcasts.
iHeartRadio.
I am on motherfucking iHeartRadio. Fancy. So yeah, make sure you catch, and I follow my TikTok as well. It's Boy Please Whatever. YouTube is BPW901. Instagram _ Uncle May Main. Facebook D Smith and D Smith 2. My nephew and niece called me Uncle May Main, so I'll never change my name. I'm Uncle May Main. So, but yeah, follow me on all social media platforms, including Twitter. And I want to thank my favorite cousin for coming on and joining, being my first guest ever. So he will definitely be back. So when you catch this podcast episode, make sure you share it, like it, listen to your coworkers. Well, not listen to your coworkers. Tell your coworkers to listen, rather. And so yeah, if you catch me out in public, come speak to me. I'm going to airdrop my shit in the room. Every time I'm in the crowded room, I airdrop my podcast to a bunch of people.
Follow me at KeithJ_.
Yes, and he is an actor. So if you need someone to do like commercials and plays or skits, whatever you need my cousin to do, he can fucking do it. Because why? We're talented. Our family is talented. Look at him.
You heard it first.
Look at him. Show your face.
Heard it first.
All right, bitches.